Hi, my name is Sarah Steinhaus, and I'm an elementary education major here at GCU. And today I'll be talking about the different ideas from our Disposition to Teach unit of University Success. Essentially, the dispositions to teach that I will be discussing today are the core values that educators everywhere should hold dear to their heart through their career. These are important ideologies that will allow for students to grow to their full potential as learners, as well as the educators, who is also a lifelong learner and one of the most important people when it comes to the development of young minds. I think personally that I possess several of these ideas described in the dispositions, and I'm excited to grow as a student and as an educator. As a reflection on myself, and I'll touch on each of them individually, I think that I possess the following qualities that will allow me to be a great teacher in the future, which include compassion, advocacy, dedication, curiosity, fairness, and the respectful of diversity of others. When it comes to compassion, I think this is the easiest disposition for me. It's so easy to allow yourself to open up to others. I love learning about other people, the good things and the bad. A major key when it comes to the success of us as a species, like as humans, is just taking the time to learn about others and actually care what they're saying. I think it's really, really important because we all have our own lives and our own journeys. And as a person in the pursuit of a career in education, it's really important for me to take the time to understand others, especially students and other educators, and to never talk down or make someone feel small. Everyone's important and everyone's feelings are important. And I make it a point in my everyday life to sit back and just try and listen and understand to people. As for advocacy, I find this extremely important as well. The world changes every day. The way that we teach changes every time a new face walks in the classroom. The idea of advocacy in education is to push for a better environment, and the environment can always, always get better. It's our job as teachers to prepare our students for the world ahead, and we can't do that if we stay stagnant and stuck in our ways. So to give our students the best chance to become the best that they can be, we have to push for the absolute best environment to allow them to flourish to their full potential. Now for dedication, I am an extremely dedicated person, and I'm not saying that just for the sake of this video. I know what I want, and I will do whatever it takes to get there. I've always been that way. I know that I'm the only person that can do right by myself. I'm the only one who can take the time every day, the time out of my day every day to make sure that I'm good. And I think it's important to be dedicated to yourself to live a full life. As for curiosity, this disposition applies more to promoting curiosity as opposed to being curious yourself. Young minds are the most curious, and it's natural. They're new to the world, they're new to each other, they're new to each and every one of the environments that they're put in. Kids need to learn, and the best way for them to do so is ask questions or play with something till they figure it out. That's just how we all figure out things. And I think it's super important to promote curiosity in young learners because they're just as exposed to the world as we are. We just have more experience. I remember personally being young and being scolded for asking too many questions at home, in school, wherever I was always just super, super curious, and I wanted to know the answers to things because I saw things that I didn't understand. And as a teaching professional, I want every one of my students to ask questions. Anything that they don't understand, I want to help them to the best of my ability because they deserve that. It's what we're here for. And now on to fairness. Fairness is so important in a classroom. Every kid deserves to learn. It's important to recognize that every person's different, but there's no reason to treat them differently. Exhibiting fairness among students and faculty alike will allow for students to have a positive outlook on others and will teach them the importance of understanding and compassion. Finally, I feel I already exhibit some pretty good characteristics for respecting individuality, and keeping your eyes open and paying close attention to your students really, really pays off. It's super easy to form relationships with students and get them to trust you if you show that you care and you work with them and you want to help them. And once again, as I've said several times, everyone is different and everyone deserves their best chance. I believe that each of these principles that I've mentioned, as well as the many other on the list of dispositions that we studied this week, will help make me a really good teacher, and I'm very excited about that. And I say this because I truly care. I want to do right by my students because I want this so badly. I will continue to push myself and use these ideas in my practice. I do have a few things that I need to work on before being in the classroom for the first time. Namely, I would like to mention the disposition reflection. Summed up, it's basically ask for help and feedback and just be open to it. And I honestly have never been good at that. I like to do things on my own and figure them out myself. And I know as an educator, it's important to learn from others and to surround yourself with people that'll boost you. Doing so in the future, I believe this will help me learn the best ways that I can help others by getting help myself. The dispositions that we studied this week are all key in being a great teacher. I think exhibiting these habits and ideas through your practice as a teacher not only sets you up for the best, but it also is the greatest way to help your students, which is what teaching is all about. I think professionals should exhibit each and every one of these ideas, including the ones that I did not mention.